fifth aspect of the rubric is discoveries and discovering can offer new understandings and new perceptions of ourselves and others. This statement extracted from the rubric typically lends itself to the notion of that discoveries are highly rewarding in the sense that it can impact an individual's ideals and thoughts. However, this is not always the case, as discoveries can be confronting and misguided. Experiences and events typically lead to unpredictable reactions from individuals. These reactions can lead to new or renewed understandings, ideals, and perceptions. The notion of renewal is typically overlooked, as the term discovery typically finds itself being linked with the term new experiences and new understandings, etc. Renewal can be defined as an instance of resuming something after interruption. In regards to self-discovery, renewal can refer to unveiling of a characteristic that may have been lost due to external factors such as the surrounding society and environment. In regards to Che Guevara's motorcycle diaries, the significant experiences that he faced impacted his perception of the surrounding world, as the experiences he encountered and people he met during his expedition each told unique stories that led to Guevara beginning to think critically about all forms of life. Delving deep into the text, the audience sees a renewed perception of Guevara later in the book compared to the start, which can be attributed to his encounters that he faced.
So we know that when we answer the question, we have to use synonyms for the key terms of the rubric. So I've written down a few here. So instead of using the word discoveries or discovering, we could instead use uncovering, revealing, unearthing, revelation, realization or findings. And instead of constantly using new understandings and renewed perceptions, we can use viewpoints, perspectives, notions, ideals, insights, and this is a new one I found out, suppositions, which is basically a belief held without proof or certain knowledge. So when we're answering a question, we have to connect these two aspects together. So basically, we have to use the discoveries and the act of discovering to find new understandings and renewed perceptions through the text. So how does uncovering or revealing something lead to revitalized perspectives, notions, and insights?
So during Che Guevara's process of journey through Latin America, he uncovers numerous different discoveries. Some of which being his political views of Latin America, the physical discovery of the world, and his views on proletariats through seeking new landscape and allowing Che to explore new possibilities in his life. Through the motorcycle diaries, Che Guevara unveils his growing sense of indignation and his early leaning towards socialism, as he becomes aware of the extent of social injustice that is faced due to political oppression he witnesses, which to see how human beings are passed through all of the stages of capitalist alienation, and after thinking of themselves as beasts of burden, harnessed to the yoke of the exploiter, have rediscovered their paths and have found their way back to play. Metaphorically, this alludes to the extent of social injustice that is within Latin America, and this in turn shapes Che Guevara's political views, in which the audience sees a transformation, transformation of his perception, which at the start he states, support for the radicals was never a tenable political position for me. Whereas, which in this case, Guevara uses first-person narration to signify his disassociation with his political views. However, through his experience of this injustice and this exploitation throughout his journey, transforms his perception, and he gains new insight and ideals on this, which is explored through the Ascendantin. We constitute a single Mephisto's race. So in an attempt to rid myself from a weight of small-minded provincialism, I propose a toast to Peru and a united Latin America. This emphasizes changed ideals of Che Guevara, in which his political ideas showcase a spiritually united Latin America.